Good evening. Most of the topic about neonatal resuscitation has been covered, but still, let's see what we have learned. So let please be a question answer type. You answer whatever you feel, and we will see what is the science behind it. Good evening from all, for all of you. We start with the topic do's and don'ts to the newborn at the time of resuscitation. So we all know newborn resuscitation is not a single man army. One person doing newborn resuscitation is days not present at present. It is a teamwork always. Many persons are involved in the teamwork. So we should have got a good team for newborn resuscitation. Again, resuscitation requires not only action but action and communication also. Communication forms the very important part, as many of the problems are dealt not because of the managing the patient but not because not able to do a proper communication. So communication is a very important part of a neonatal resuscitation, where the communication should be between the team members, between pediatrician and gynecologist and parents and relatives. So very important. I think third is also very important. So first question, is the pediatrician must to attend full-term normal delivery with no risk factor? What do you think? Okay, pediatrician is not necessary, but any person who is able or who has been skilled to do bag mask ventilation is must. It can be pediatrician, person can be gynecologist, or even can be a trained staff also. So if no risk factor, probably anybody who is trained to do bag mask ventilation effectively is sufficient. But if as facilities are there, we are working in Amravati, good number of pediatricians, and we expect a good call for every delivery also. Because 5% of the deliveries, even if there is no high risk, may require resuscitation, and we don't anticipate. We cannot anticipate. Nobody can anticipate that. What to inform pediatrician, we have been already discussed. हे टॉपिक जे आहे ते कदाचित आपण गायनेकोलॉजिस्टनी सांगावे, पिडियाट्रिशियनची तर हिंमतच होत नाही गायनेकसमोर प्रश्न विचारायची. त्यामुळे गायनेकोलॉजिस्टनी जर व्हॉलेंटिअरली सांगितलं तर जास्ती चांगलं. ट्विन डिलिव्हरी, वन पिडियाट्रिशियन, थोडंसं 1500 रुपये वाचून जातील आपले. सिंगल बेबी, सिंगल पिडियाट्रिशियन, टू बेबीज, ॲटलीस्ट 2 पिडियाट्रिशियन, समटाइम्स इवन 2 इज नॉट इनफ. Sometimes 3 pediatricians need to be called. Don't bother about whether if the babies require admission, under which pediatrician the babies will be admitted. That we will take care of. So whenever we are expecting twins, call 2 pediatricians. When to cut umbilical cord? Cut immediately or after 60 seconds. Sir has told it has to be done. If the baby is crying well, then it is to be cut after 60 seconds, because that will decrease the incidence of anemia, that will decrease the incidence of blood transfusion requirement to the child, and that will help us in the weight gain of the child also. So many advantages. But if the baby might require resuscitation, then cut the cord as early as possible. If baby don't cry, then probably many things we are practicing, but please don't do that. Don't slap the baby, put it upside down, pinch the baby, do vigorous suction. All these steps are not going to help. This baby will require bag mask ventilation. Other steps will not help in achieving the normal respiration for the baby. So please don't try all these measures. If the baby is thick, meconium stain, amniotic fluid, not cried well, what is next? Whether the baby requires intubation or bag mask ventilation? So probably now research has shown that bag mask ventilation is better. Suppose one person cannot do intubation, it is always good to start with the bag mask. Even it is a thick meconium, baby non-vigorous, not crying, bag mask ventilation. How much meconium will be there in the larynx? Maybe 1 or 2 ml. So empty alveoli, that means no ventilation at alveolar level, chances of mortality very high. Alveoli filled with air and slightly filled with meconium, still baby will require admission, but chances of survival are very high. So don't wait that first do suction, start bag mask ventilation, and then if the ventilation is not effective, then only think of other alternative intubations. Oronasal suction again is not a routine procedure, so it is not required for all the babies. Don't do compulsory as baby deliver झाला oral nasal section करायलाच पाहिजे असं नाही. If the baby is not crying and if the baby requires bag mask ventilation, then only do the vent. If the baby is crying well, probably it is does not required. So baby gasping at the birth, oxygen started. Probably this is many times been done, but don't do that. Gasping baby don't improve with the oxygenation. They will require Bag mask. Because for adult 20 respiratory rate is a normal. For newborn child 20 respiratory rate is abnormal. So if you see the baby who has having respiration but respiratory rate is 20, take it as a gasping respiration. 20 respiratory rate per minute is a gasping. So whenever there is a gasping, start with the bag and mask ventilation. So there are few recommendations. Bag and mask ventilation doesn't require room air for most of the, doesn't require oxygen to start with the ventilation most of the times. You can start with the room air. If it is a very preterm baby, maybe 21 to 30% of the oxygen is required. Oxygen, whether baby require or not, depend upon pulse oximeter reading. And baby may take 5 to 10 minutes to achieve normal saturation more than 90%. So even at the end of 5 minutes, saturations are 80 to 84. Baby will not require oxygen. Giving unnecessary oxygen will cause a lot of problems like pulmonary dysplasia, then ROP problems. All these problems are because of unnecessary oxygen was given which is not required. Okay, baby is suspected hypoglycemia, cow's milk with sugar, 10% dextrose orally, breast milk with sugar. Okay, probably this is not the way. This is not going to solve your problem of hypoglycemia. At the most, breast milk is sufficient. If the patient still cannot maintain sugar, then baby will require admission. Now don't give 10% dextrose or cow's milk with sugar, because for a few minutes it will rise the sugar, but because of hyperglycemia there is an increase of the insulin in the baby and will land up in the prolonged hypoglycemia. So don't give all this. Thermoregulation most important. Routine suction not done. Skin to skin contact should be started very early. Delayed cord clamping. This is what gynecologists, as a gynecologist, we should follow. And do not resuscitate if the babies are less than 22 weeks. If there is obvious chromosomal anomalies, there is a significant structural anomalies, Apgar score is less than 5 at the end of 20 minutes. So if you have to take a decision after discussing with the parents, pediatrician and other members. So there are certain guidelines. All the guidelines are not been mentioned. There are certain guidelines that we have to form. So this is the first thing that we have to form. How much time prior to the delivery pediatrician need to be called? Suppose you call 30 minutes prior, probably next time he will answer, मैं महापेडी कौन गया हूँ, आऊँगा नहीं sir. So decide which time should be the proper. How to maintain a good relation with the obstetrician? I mean that is a professional relation only. Suppose you have got a gynecologist wife, it becomes very easy. एक ही प्रॉब्लम जाता है, डिलीवरी के चार्जेस कभी मिलते नहीं. और ये तो काउंसलिंग हमेशा may cause slightly comfort to the child, but that cause simultaneously tachycardia and bradycardia to the pediatrician. But this counseling is done very routinely. बात असं ठीक आहे, थोडासा उशिरा रडला बस एकच दिवस NICU मध्ये ठेवावं लागेल. This counseling may give some soothing effect to the mother, but that will cause simultaneously tachycardia, bradycardia to all pediatricians. So such type of counseling should be prevented while doing counseling to the mother. And most importantly, you can always do one good thing. Many there are don't, but always do the good thing. Payment of the pediatrician should be decided by the pediatrician and not by the gynecologist. Pediatrician will be also happy. So thank you very much. The littlest feet make the biggest footprint in your heart. Thank you very much. Remember, Neuro 1 is also a very important part of a gynecological practice. Thank you very much.